Alright, this is jojoflores from Club Peopl. I'm here with DJ Sneak. Originally from Chicago, but based in Toronto, T-Dot. Right?
Yeah.
So, this is not, this is the end of the night. So this is not rehearsed, not scripted. This is just off the cuff.
This is what we got left. That's
it. We're just hanging out. It's been a long day.
Yeah.
This day started at 7. It's now what? Almost 4. Almost 4. So, how's the I'm a House Gangster brand doing? And how did this actually? How did it come to fruition?
Man, we started this thing maybe about 8 years ago. I never wrote a blog, but I wrote a blog for MySpace.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You know what I mean? And that blog, I was talking about keep house music alive because at that time, it was all electro and commercial and like the heavy, what's EDM now, you know, 7, 8 years ago.
But it didn't have a,
it was like growing at the time, yeah, you know, so like I kept going to places and I don't know, man, just tripping on this music and going, what the hell's going on and blah, blah, blah. So.
Wait, because how long you been DJing?
23 years, man. 23 years. I mean, professionally, probably about 18.
It seems longer than that though, because I remember having records from you, and it was on, I think, Henry Street.
My first records were like 1990.
Yeah.
And then Henry Street was like 94, 95.
Nice.
And super rhythm and everything just kind of fell in place. So, it's been good, you know what I mean? Whatever. You just carry on and whatever. So the brand started as that. It started as keep house music alive, and then I felt like I needed a message or a slogan in a way, you know?
Right.
Like,
something to set you apart.
Yeah, and then I thought about this House Gangster thing because I just needed something. It couldn't be
House
just
Gangster.
Sneak, you know what I'm saying?
Is it a lifestyle for you as well?
Yeah, what it is, you know, okay, look, it started as a concept, for another project, and that project fell through.
Right.
And since I already thought about this thing, and I was like, man, I was moving forward, I just kept it and kept moving with it because I invested money into it.
Yeah, right.
But really, it was like a slogan to say, I'm a house head, I'm a house dog, you know what I'm saying?
I find a lot of shit, well, not a lot, but Chicago guys, like, you know, house head, house, like,
it means something.
Yeah, for sure, because that's the birthplace of house music.
Yeah,
right?
so it started as that, and then it became like a campaign, and then now it's become like a lifestyle culture, like fashion, music. You know, we combine record label.
Well, you created a brand. You
Yeah.
created a brand, and I think, well, it's important because you're right. You can't just be DJ Sneak.
Yeah.
Just like Louis wasn't just Louis Vega, you know?
Exactly. You know, you branch out to different things. For me, it was something to involve the fans that were left over in the house world, to get new fans.
And it's also an attachment for them too, right?
Yeah, something that they can take with them, you know, whether it be a t-shirt or a hat or a sticker, whatever. You know, there's kids that be like, I've never heard you before, you know, who are you? And then that door is open, you know what I mean? And so with the House Gangster things, right now what I'm doing is focusing on label and podcasts and merchandise.
But it seems to me like you've gotten a resurgence with, you know, the DJ Sneak brand, the I'm a House Gangster brand. It seems like you have like a resurgence going on here.
Yeah, but I mean, I helped develop it and it's helped me back.
Yeah.
Right? Because I used it as again, like a voice for everybody to pitch in into it. Right. Some people hate it, some people.
Oh, you're never gonna. You're never gonna.
You know what I mean? But for me, it's like, yo, it means something. It means to be a gangster for house music is to be passionate about house music, what we consider house music.
Right. And
that's always been the message. So
now, people misinterpret. Some people misinterpret it.
When I go, you know, it has nothing to do with violence or drugs or anything. We never promote anything.
House music wasn't about that anymore.
No, you know what I mean? But it just meant like, yo, I'm gonna stand up for mine. I'm gonna stand up for my music. I'm gonna stand up for my culture. I'm gonna stand up for what I believe in this commercial world where often we get pushed aside. I mean, I fight. You know I fight. Yeah. I'm on Twitter. And I fight.
I've heard about it.
You know what I mean?
I've never witnessed it firsthand, but I've heard about it. So.
I just stand up. You know, I'm outspoken. I say the way I say it. If I see something I don't like, if I see a phony ass DJ doing some phony ass
mixes or
whatever, I'm gonna call it out.
Yeah.
You know, if I see somebody who's faking and sinking the whole freaking time and is acting like a total douchebag, you know, I'm gonna call that out because it ain't about it. It was never about it.
No, you're right.
It was about music. It was about people. It was about what happened. What started usually in the record store, like we were talking about. And then it carried on to the bars, and then carried on to the nightclub.
It was like a community.
That's it. You know, we're sort of missing some of that. This is like
you're building a community.
An invitation for people to take part on something that we all believe, you know, it's going to be here for a while. Right now, house music is back. Yeah. What we consider house music is back.
There's definitely a resurgence. A lot of the younger kids are listening to, even if it's the new deep house, it's still house music.
Exactly, man. Right. But then you got like old dogs, you know, you got Louis and Kenny's and Kerry Chandler and I mean all these. I see all this. We're all like cruising around now. We see each other. I mean, I'm telling you, bro. I stayed on the path.
Yeah.
Whatever happened around, I stayed in the path, right? But I see other cats now make the turn and come back to the house.
Yeah. But even the trance guys are sort of like.
When Tiesto's saying I'm gonna play deep house, we know something going on. But you know what I mean? It's just like
sure.
It's become a trend. Deep house has become a trend in a way.
For us, it's never gone away.
No.
It just went more underground.
Yeah.
And now it's just, you know, people are sort of discovering it because of these bigger artists that are sort of playing it and giving it new life. But it never went away for us.
No.
You know?
No.
And a testament to that is like WMC. It's always been like, you go there, even when people are saying, oh yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same. Of course, never. Things don't stay the same. Right.
Exactly.
So, but
things evolve and things change.
I'm sure if we go there this year, there's still going to be a lot of people listening to soulful, deep house, Afro house.
Everything.
House music is just like hip hop now. There's so many genres there's so many types of house music. There's you know, deep house. There's soulful house. There's Afro house.
To me, it's house.
Yeah, for sure. That's what it is. Even
whatever. House. If it's not like banging techno or some trance or whatever, it's
house. Yeah.
Period. Right. If it's some booty ghetto stuff, it's still house. You know what I mean? So it just means good party music. Really, what I played tonight was a selection of a combo of party music.
Speaking of tonight, listen, I was sort of like, this is the first time I hear you play a whole set because at BPM I think you were going back to back.
Yeah.
So it was nice for me to hear a nice 2-hour set where you went from, let's say, you know, jacking stuff to like soulful stuff. I mean, you played stuff that I know, like when you played Ocean Latte, you played Masters at Work. You played Clap Your Hands by Zake.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely, and then your last track was.
Bostage.
That's right. So
Bostage, yeah.
you definitely played different shades or different textures of house music.
Well,
and it's still all house.
Yeah. In this place, I feel like, you know, it's my first time coming here. I sort of knew what to respect because I know you and your reputation.
Right.
And I've heard from other DJs come around Mark Reed, and I've seen the interview, and that's how we talk. You know?
Right.
So I mean, I knew, I prepared myself.
You knew what you were getting into, but that's how it should be. I mean, guys that just say, okay, you know what, this is what I'm gonna play, and if
they don't like it,
they don't like it, fuck it, I'm just gonna play it anyway, because this is what I'm gonna play.
Right.
But it takes a guy like you with experience, or just DJs with experience, that say, you know what, I'm gonna do a bit of research. I'm gonna check who played there. I'm gonna check what they played. I'm gonna, you know, and that just helps create a better vibe. And people don't. A lot of DJs don't understand that. You know?
Look, when we do parties as well, man. And,
I was there. I was at the BPM party.
Yeah, the BPM. Now
you had Basement Jacks. You had Mark,
Doc,
you know, all great DJs.
Yeah. And I just finalized my winter conference. I have Josh Swing.
Nice.
Kenny Dope. Oscar G, Jesse Perez, myself, Ramon Tapia, and Felix the House Gangster.
Yeah, see, but what I like is just not even musically, the guys that you had booked for your party, they're all nice guys.
Yeah, but not only that, right? Like, even if generally they play another style of music, when they play for me, they sort of know what I like and what I like to play. So they play closer to what I would. So, you know, it's the same thing when I come here. I'm like, yo, I know what you play. I heard you play in Toronto and whatever. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna take it there whenever I can.
Listen. When you played Arnold Jarvis, Life Goes On.
Yeah.
I think we start off with the Masters at Work.
Yeah.
The nice intro, the long intro, and then it goes into the bass line. I was like, man, I can't believe you dropped that. You know.
If you got it and you know how to play it, and you got the right place and the right.
And it's not like the people stopped dancing. The people continued dancing, and you know, it was part of the music that you played tonight. It was just a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, these last 25 years, what I've done is I worked at record stores.
Yeah.
I've done record.
And we were talking about that, guys.
You know, all
DJs that worked at record stores or own record stores, musically,
selection, man.
Their selection is like impeccable.
I played stuff today that was 25, 30 years ago.
Derek Carter worked at a record store, no?
Yeah. Well, he used to hang at Grand.
But as long as you hang there,
he almost worked there because he used to hang there so much. But yeah, like DJ Heather, Miles Maeda,
Joe Gossell.
Yeah, we all used to, like, you know, if you spend time in the store, you get to know everything.
Yeah.
Right? And
so you hear so much music.
Yeah. And then back in the day, it was like, this ball is banging house.
Yeah,
this ball is booty house. This one. And then, you know, a good salesperson, even if it wasn't your style, right?
He knew what
you knew what exactly. If you walked in, he'd be like, yo, this kid's looking for this.
But you know what? That's what's missing now. When you go and shop for MP3s, there's no one to tell you, yo, here's your stack of MP3s that you're gonna like, even if you don't like it.
People think that a chart is gonna do that for them, but that's not the same thing.
Because that chart doesn't know your taste, your personal
taste.
Listen,
I was notorious. I worked at 3 different record stores in a period of 8 years. I ended up at Gramophone.
Gramophone was a good store. I went
But before that, I worked another one called Hip House for 5 years, and I used to sell everything, right? So I knew everything in the store. When I went to Gramophone, I told dude, I was like, I don't want to be manager, nothing, just be salesperson, part-time.
You're like a pusher.
Yeah, you know, but I got off on selling to people, and I got off mostly on selling to people that strange wall. Man, there was like 6, 7 pieces of wall, right?
Yeah.
The deep house I knew, the hip hop stuff and R&B had to, you know, you get used to it, so you know it. The classic stuff, that's like you study all the time, so you know. But then there was like the Bad Boy Bill kind of banging house wall, the techno minimal wall, Josh Warner. Then there was like Psycho Bitch, which was like she was DJ Psycho Bitch, man, old school, man. So she was like on the gay circuit DJ, so more like energetic, almost proggy stuff. So I used to, you know, just get off and selling.